What is up, you guys? It's your favorite cutie Mel back again on my channel to give you guys yet another video. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about some cool stuff that happened in my life. I decided to really take action on moving forward with trying to, not even trying anymore, becoming a Loctician. I already self-maintain my own hair. I maintain my son's hair, and usually whenever my partners have hair, I've always done their hair, and typically it's natural. So, you know, I started my first boyfriend's locks, so I have a long history of doing hair in general, but I really want to focus in on locks because I love them, and I find that they're just something that I feel like I can manage. I don't know that I want to be doing like singles and like intricate braids and things like that. That's not really my thing. I really want to just focus on one area of hair care and really become a master at it. So ideally what I would like to do is to become a master Loctician and also become a barber, because then when I have my male clients, I don't have to send them off to somebody else that might like cut their locks or clip their locks and things like that. I would like to be able to do that whole service for men, and then also, you know, maybe I'll be able to cut hair as well, so I can specialize in like cuts and locks. So that I got to talk to someone that has a shop that's not too far from where I live. Oh wow. Okay, sorry you guys, I got a message that I'm going to listen to, or I'm going to respond to later. But anyway, I've reached out to a lot of shops that are here in LA to kind of just figure out what is it that I need to do in order to be able to work at a salon, because I want to be able to build up clientele, and I think that it'd be easier for me to build up clientele working at a shop rather than just doing things from home and kind of trying to organically get it off the ground. Because realistically, I would rather just be like popping in the shop, and then like once I get clients, I can make content around it and get more clients that way by just being in the space. And I want to take a class and learn how to do other forms of retwisting, like interlocking. It looks really simple. I know that I could just do it myself, but I would like to learn from someone else who is in the business, and they can definitely like teach me hands-on something that will hopefully be super beneficial to just my growth as someone who is doing natural hair and servicing people with locks. So that's super duper duper exciting, and I really just hope the best for that. That would really increase my income by a lot, because it's a great service. It's a great industry to go into, and I've always done hair, and I've always liked doing my own hair. So being able to share that service and like be able to extend like my good energy and like do others' hair would be nice, because I actually got hired to do someone's two-strand and twist like a couple weeks ago, and that was extra money. And I was just like, wow, you know what? If I had even just a steady 10 clientele that come into me each month, that would greatly boost my income. And since I'm budgeting now and being more intentional about my money, I think I'm ready to handle more money. And I think it's just time for me to change my life. I think what I've been doing has been safe, and I've like started other things. Like, I'm happy that I started my eBay store. I'm still doing that, and that has been pretty successful, I would say. I also do some reselling on OfferUp, like when I find good items that can be resold, like as far as furniture and stuff can be picked up. I also have a lot of stuff that I'm selling from like my old apartment and things like that, just getting rid of stagnant energy in the garage, because it would be nice to be able to use that garage for like other things. But you know, I'm on the path, and I had to really decide today to stop like just thinking about it and to actually pick up the phone and like try to find a way to make it happen, because sometimes there's not really one specific path to be like a Loctician in particular, because from the Googling that I've done, it seems like you can just take like other people or other Locticians classes and like get a certificate from them, like stating that you've learned certain things. In some states you're required to like go through the state and like get a permit, and I guess you have to have like a year of like working on a family member's hair, which I already have that. I've been doing that. So even if I had to do that, then I should be able to get my license or whatever. But I'm really ready to stop thinking about it and really to move towards my new life, because I'm ready to really like be more successful than I've ever been in my life. And I want to build a lifestyle that allows me to be my greatest self, and that allows me to express myself, that allows me to be creative, an income that allows me more free time that I can use to, you know, create art and service the world in that way too as well, because I'm here to do that. I love that. That's something that I feel like has been like a part of my life's work to this point, and I really want to be able to put the work in. And part of being able to do that is being able to find other ways to sustain you while you're putting in the work. So I'm just really excited about the potential, and I'm thankful for all of the things in my life that have happened that have pushed me to like really take action in a new direction that's going to allow me to make a better life for myself and for my son. And it's going to be great for my artistry as well. Also, what else did I want to say? I wanted to talk to you guys and follow up about the budgeting. So budgeting has been going really great. So as you guys know, well, it's not coming out when I record this, but the first of the month just passed. It's like September 7th or something. So this was the first month. It just felt different. Like, I always know that I'm able to pay the rent and stuff like that, but it feels different when you're actually being intentional about the money that's coming in and giving it a name and a place, because then it's just like I never have to worry like, did I put money away for the bills? Because I know that I did. And that gave me a new peace of mind, and it gave me a new perspective about money, and really showed me that money is to be used and it is a tool. And I think that we get in our own way by thinking that money itself is the thing that we're after, when really it's more so like it's just a tool. It's just to be used. It's not something to be hoarded or something that you need to feel like you have to chase after your whole life. All you have to do is know how much you need to live the life that you want to live. Your version of rich and living richly and living wealthy can be different than someone else's. What we all value is different. And I think that when we think about wealth, the picture that is given to us is, oh, you need to have a mansion. You need to have all these expensive cars. You need to have whatever. But the truth is, what you really need, or like for myself, all I care about is having a budget to create every month, having enough money to comfortably take care of my living expenses, and like things that I need, like Wi-Fi and my phone, you know, like necessities to just live a normal functioning life. I don't even necessarily, I feel like even if I did, if somebody gave me $1 million right now, I wouldn't go and get a mansion. And I can say that with 1,000% confidence, because that's not what I need. But what I would do is probably just create a budget for things like, maybe I will open up an event space, and I'll have a budget to do that, so that not only I can use it for me to fulfill out certain things that I want to, but I can also service my community and people like me and give them an opportunity to like have a creative space to work out of for good prices. I would make a budget obviously for living and eating, and you know, but you don't necessarily need to be a millionaire to be rich. You just need to know what your standards are and what you value, because some people don't value having a huge house. Some people, there are plenty of people who have a lot of money, so much money, and they still drive a Prius because they don't care. It's not in them to care about having a super fancy car. That's not something that's like important to them, you know? And I think that once we get past trying to like look a certain way towards other people or try to fit the definition that's been given to us of what wealth is and what it looks like, the faster that you'll be able to enjoy the life that you have and use the money that you have accordingly and be able to enjoy it, because you know that you have enough to sustain yourself, and you know that you have enough for everything that you care about, even if it's something as simple as getting a facial every month or taking yourself out to dinner once a week. Like, you can do all of those things and you can still save for the future. So I'm just having a lot of different perspectives about money, and I really feel like budgeting has given me a security that I feel like I was lacking. Even when I had, even when things are good, I think it just feels better knowing and having a plan for your money than to just kind of willy-nilly just be like spending it, because then you don't know when you're overspending. You don't know when you're spending too much in one area that's not benefiting you. You don't realize it. You just look up and you say, oh my God, where did $6,000 go? Oh my gosh, it says I spent $10,000 this month. What did I spend? Or I spent $10,000 this week. Where did the money go? What do I have to show for it? And that's because when you're not being intentional and you don't plan in advance what you want your money to do for you, or you don't plan in advance what kind of lifestyle that you want to have, so you can just know how much needs to be made and you can accommodate yourself, then that's when things go wrong, because then we get in the habit of feeling like it's never enough. You never have enough because you're not being intentional. You don't know what you're valuing. You're not being intentional about where your energy is going. No matter what you do, whether you're a freaking a day trader at home and you're making money by trading, whether you're going out every day to a 9-to-5, you are literally going out into this world giving your energy, and you should value that energy enough that comes back in the form of this money, and you should value yourself and your work enough to have a plan for that money so that you can live a life that you enjoy and that you can feel fulfilled. I don't know about you, but I attract money way easier when I'm not worried about money. I attract money way easier when I am generally having the feelings that I have enough and I don't have to live in scarcity. I don't have to be afraid that, something isn't going to get paid or I'm not going to have enough. Just planning my money out and really seeing on paper that I have enough to cover every single thing that is important to me made a world of a difference. And it's helping me to realize where I've been overspending and where I can cut back in certain areas. I don't have to not eat out, but maybe I don't eat out 4 times a week. I can still do the things that I love, but according to how much energy I'm bringing back in from the work that I'm doing, Also, I'm thinking about service in a different way. I think that I want to just open myself up to do more work for other people, especially in the music space. I feel like my legacy will be way bigger if I'm able to spread my energy and use my voice to serve others and not try to make that so expensive that like my everyday fellow colleague isn't able to call on me and ask me for help. I don't see that as being like beneficial anymore. I'd rather still get paid for my time, but make myself accessible to people who need me and who need my services or services like mine, and regularly not only be making money but also just contributing and like leaving a legacy of work and like building things with people who care about the same things that I care about. So that's what's on my mind. If you made it to this video, I just want to tell you thank you for listening to me. Sometimes, when you don't have therapy, you can just feel like you have a lot of things going on in your mind, and these videos are so therapeutic to me because it's just like, even if I'm not necessarily talking to one person in particular, I'm getting out these ideas, I'm fleshing out ideas, I'm able to express myself, and I hope that is helpful to you guys. I don't know everything. I never claim to. I'm just out here just like y'all, trying to figure everything out as we go. Living my life experiences. Everything is not always peachy this way. I don't care. People seem to think that just because you're somebody with a smile on your face, or you continue to just decide and make a choice to live in your purpose and make things happen that feel important to you, that you don't have issues or that it's easy. Like, just because you see somebody doing something, don't ever mistake it for just being easy. And that's why you should never envy people, because there have been people who have envied me but probably wouldn't want to be in my position to get the things that I've had to work so hard for. Like, especially like when I was doing my event stuff, there are so many people who I felt like just had an idea about what they felt like I was doing, what I was making and things like that, but they had never put in as much work. They hadn't seen as many L's as I had to see in order to see one W. Like, they don't know the hours. They wasn't shooting with me in the gym. So it's just like, when you see other people doing well, you don't envy them. You should be thankful for them, because they're showing you that something is possible. And also, you should just give them your best energy and always wish people more success, because when you believe in others, that's a reflection of you being able to believe in yourself. A lot of people hate because they don't see themselves being able to do the things that certain people do. So instead of being inspired and deciding that they're going to do something different, they decide to hate on the next person and try to bring them down with their words and their actions. And that's just not what I'm about. That's never what I've been about. But recently I've been trying to be even more intentional about telling people, like, yo, I want to see you do well. I believe in you. And I want to spread that kind of energy around the people that I surround myself with and the people that I admire, seeing people do what they do. Like, I just want to give people their 10s, because I know that it's not easy to do anything. Everything takes work. Like, some things, by the grace of God, through the work that you've already put in, it can make things easier. But I never for one second think that it was easy to become Beyonce. I never for one second think that it was easy to become Michael Jackson. You know? I don't think it was easy to become Kobe. They put in hours. They did things that other people weren't willing to do. And that's the difference. But that's going to be the end. I'm feeling so much better. So, if you made it to the end of this video, please put a money bag in the comments. You put a money bag emoji or some type of money emoji, so I can know that you heard me, and I can tell you thank you. All right? So, toodles.